Duke is half the weight he should be, and if Hershey hadn't found him, he could have collapsed in days.
When you watch the dog eat, it tells you how hungry it is. Hello?
The owners won't let the crew in, and our cameras have to stay outside. The dog is called Duke, and as soon as Hershey sees him, she knows she was right to be concerned. But the owner claims Duke's been going to the vets for treatment.
Did they ask to see the dog back?
But Hershey suspects the man's story isn't true.
I'm not happy with the condition of the dog. He's extremely emaciated, and also he's got an extensive amount of fur loss. I'm going to take the dog to a vet because I feel that you may have committed an offence in failing to provide the dog with the necessary treatment that it needs.
And as a frail-looking Duke leaves the house, it's clear to see why the owners didn't want our cameras inside. He looks like a dog in his final years, but shockingly, he's only 14 months old.
Duke is supposed to be a Labrador, but obviously he's just extremely thin. Very, very, very underweight. And I'm not really satisfied. Come on, darling. With the explanation. You see, I shouldn't be able to. I'm only little, and I shouldn't be able to pick up a Labrador-sized dog. I had a very small amount of dog food in the house. Certainly not enough to feed this dog.
Before Hershey leaves, she wants to check out the owner's story and calls the vet they claim Duke had visited.
14-month-old Labrador called Duke, extremely emaciated and also extensive fur loss. The owners are claiming that they've been to the surgery 2 months ago. I've asked whether or not they were asked to come back after that period, and they're saying no.
And she's made a disturbing discovery.
They've got no details at all of this dog, or that owner, or that property. They'll tell you anything when they're kind of in a corner.
Duke needs urgent medical attention, so Hershey takes him to nearby Manor Vets.
See what she thinks, really. All those bits on his back, they're all parts of his skin. He's got some scabs here on his spine. You know, there's just absolutely no weight on that dog at all. Right, come on, Duke. Hi. Hi, Pam.
Hiya. Looking at this dog straight away, you can tell there's a problem. What I would like to do is offer him some food and see how he reacts.
Yeah. When you watch the dog eat, it tells you how hungry it is.
Sit. You sit. Good boy. Well done. There we go.
Wow.
And poor Duke couldn't express himself any clearer.
I think that kind of says it, really.
Yeah, it explains quite a lot. At the moment, it's just pure starvation.
It's just been failed completely by the owner, and it's just really sad.
He was ravenous, he gulped down the food in a matter of seconds, and that's abnormal behaviour.
Young male Labradors should weigh between 25 and 37 kilos, but what about Duke?
His weight at the moment is 14.1 kilos. He should be at least double that, if not more.
Duke is half the weight he should be, and if Hershey hadn't found him, he could have collapsed in days.
How long does it take for a dog to get to this state?
Weeks, months to get to this stage. It hasn't happened overnight.
You can just see, I can literally put my whole hand around his waist. That's shocking, that is.
Not only is Duke worryingly underweight, but his skin is a cause for concern too.
It's quite clear that he is suffering at the moment in relation to his skin, and he shouldn't be in this condition. I suspect he may have mites on his skin. So what we need to do is do some skin scrapes to find out. He's going to need some antibiotics and treatment if the mites are present. It's all pointing towards neglect and starvation.
Duke's owners have possibly violated the Animal Welfare Act. Hershey calls the police so that they can seize the dog and place him in the hands of the RSPCA until the case is resolved.
I just require yourselves to seize the dog and do a statement so that I can keep it in the RSPCA's care for further treatment.
He's now going to get all the rest and recovery he needs, and Hershey will follow up his case for a possible prosecution.
I'll seek to interview the owners and see if they'll sign the dog over. Once he's fit and healthy enough, we can then find a good home for him. They couldn't manage, they should have contacted somebody for help, and that's what makes me really angry.
But he's steadily transforming into a lovely Labrador here at Newbrook Animal Centre in Birmingham, under the watchful eye of care assistant Jake.
Duke's an absolute cracker and he's doing well here. He's recovering well from some of the problems that he had.
Duke is fit, healthy and just itching, in a good way, to find a new home. But problematic paperwork is getting in the way.
Duke's part of a welfare case and he's stuck in a type of doggy limbo really, because he's stuck with us looking after him until that point that he's signed over, the case is finished, and we can find him a new home, get him settled down and get him living his life again.
It's great to see Duke back to full health. In 2012, the RSPCA put forward over 2,000 prosecutions, and there's every chance that Duke too will get some justice.